was born and raised in Florida. I'm a pro at hunkering down. I can slap on shutters like a farmer slaps udders when a hurricane comes to town. Some folks will get real serious. Some folks will party all day. But I'll just stare into the wind, and you'll probably hear me say, fuck this storm, fuck this rain, fuck Milton the hurricane. Let's be safe, use your brain, fuck Milton the hurricane. I got my gas and snacks at the Wawa. I got a 12-pack of Coors Light. I got some pills that Josh Wolf gave me that I think I'm gonna take tonight. I don't buy up all the TV, I'm not that kind of guy. I'm gonna hit Fairville for a big vanilla dildo for my brown storm eye. Fuck this storm, fuck this rain, fuck Milton the hurricane. Let's be safe, use your brain, fuck Milton the hurricane. I got my gas and snacks at the Wawa. I got a 12-pack of Coors Light. I got some pills that Josh Wolf gave me that I think I'm gonna take tonight. I don't buy up all the TV, I'm not that kind of guy. I'm gonna hit Fairville for a big vanilla dildo for my brown storm eye.
Brown storm eye indeed. Welcome to the Tom and Dan impromptu. My voice sounds like a hunk of shit because I haven't talked to anybody.
Yeah.
I haven't said one word to my family. I said yo to you, the standard yo. Hey, welcome to the Hurricane Show, I guess. That's what we're doing. We're hanging out with you guys. And, yeah, fuck Milton. Not good. Not good.
Yeah, we figured we'd do a small hurricane show where we check in on some people, some show people, some, characters
Yes.
that have been on the show for years. I started lining them up this morning.
Appreciate that.
If you guys want to call in and let us know what's going on with you.
Yeah, call in.
But we figured we'd just record something before, we turn everything off till Friday free show. Hopefully, we got power and stuff.
I think everybody that has been, following this knows that this could be, and it appears as if it's going to be an unprecedented megastorm.
Yeah. It did shift
It did
south.
move, yeah.
So I feel bad for everybody south. Tampa
Well, see, a
looks.
lot of people went south. That's the thing, is that I had friends that were like, oh, I'm going to South Florida because it's going to go through the middle of the state.
Well, South Florida, I mean,
just a little south is what I mean.
Sarasota.
You never really know, right?
And it's still a gigantic storm, so it's going to affect everybody. I mean, the vast majority of our listeners are in Florida, Central Florida.
Yeah.
And so it's going to affect us all, most people listening to this. So, everybody knows what to do at this point. We're at the point where it's like, hopefully all your storm preparations are done, and then now everybody's just kind of waiting.
Yes.
So I still have to go. We'll call Crystal later, but I got to go and get Crystal's mom's house all ready, and then drain my pool and some other last minute shit.
On that, I know. Yeah.
Those birds are scream crazy.
Yeah.
It's like they know storm's coming.
It's almost like but wouldn't a bird in a storm? They like that, right?
No, they
don't like the storm. In the jungle.
Yeah, no. When
I think when a storm rolls through, I always thought,
leave.
okay, this is what I thought. No, okay, you're telling me facts. I'm just going to tell you what I thought. I always thought that a storm to the jungle is the bird bath. That's the bath of the bird.
Yeah, regular storm.
No, I always thought a storm rolling through, the bird was like, oh, the storm is here. I'm a filthy bird. This is my cleaning time. I'm just telling you what a non-bird person thinks. I thought storms were to clean birds. I thought that was like a thing.
All I know is they're scream crazy.
Yeah.
Yesterday I was over there, like, God damn.
Yeah, they know. They absolutely know.
Also, let me ask you this real quick before we call up Tuttle.
I sent him a link.
So,
and you can call us too, 1-844-TOMNDAN.
So yesterday I decided to cut down that papaya tree.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. So it
was like when you left here, kind of hanging in the balance, right? We did not know whether the tree would last or get cut down.
Well, we put up the sandbags to keep the water out of the back porch.
Yeah. How's that looking?
Well,
feel confident?
Me and Crystal argued a little bit until I just said, "You do it the way you fucking wanted it."
Yeah. That way, if it
I'm
fails,
going to cut down this tree.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, she was like, "I saw this. You're supposed to tape it up," and I was like, "I don't know what." Anyway,
she's doing the Flex Seal stuff, with, like the tape down the center, and then you got to put the Visqueen down. Then you got to put the bags on top of the Visqueen.
Yeah, it was the whole thing.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot more than just putting sandbags in front of a crack.
Yeah. That's
it's
what
a
I
lot more
to do,
than that. They don't tell you that though.
Yeah,
they don't tell you the storm prep. Andrea tells you, like, no, it's like it's a lot more. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it. I was like, just put the thing. I didn't even want to do it because I was like, it may not even. Although it does look like we're getting way more rain.
The may not evens. Yeah, I did a lot of may not evens.
So anyway, so I was like, I'll cut down this papaya tree.
But it hurt your heart because you grew that.
No, I didn't want it to fall through my fence because that's when I get mad at myself. I'm like, fuck, I should have cut now. I got to repair the fence.
Yeah.
Or it falls on my other nicer trees. Stupid papaya. I should have never even planted that because all it brings
you hear
is
that,
rats.
Juan?
I don't
Juan
even eat
gave
that
you
shit.
That. Juan gave you that.
I know.
You're shitting in his face right now.
It just
by saying that
drops rotten fruit everywhere and brings the raccoons eat it. The rats. I don't know why.
Yeah. Oh, wait till the storm's over. If you thought you had a raccoon problem before, brother, just
don't call me brother.
Wait. I've been watching a lot of wrestling. I finished the Vince McMahon show. That is why I called you brother. I finished the Vince McMahon show this morning. I finished that entire Mr. McMahon thing this morning.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a hard thing to eat your breakfast too. Because they do end with the shitting on the head.
Yeah.
They end with shitting on the head, yeah. They end with shitting on the head, and I had to turn it off because Maisie came downstairs.
Did they describe it? Did they just say an incident?
No, it's so bad that even Netflix, the whole documentary, they're like, what the fuck? Did you know that I think 2 days ago Joe Rogan did a podcast? It's like I came up on my algorithm of like Joe Rogan going, wait a minute. Did Vince McMahon shit on a lady's head? And I'm like, motherfucker, I've been in front of this. Like, don't even fuck with me, Joe. I have been so in front of the old man, bulldog cheek ass, shitting on a lady's head. I'm the guy.
Yeah. And
I wrote a song about this like 5 months ago. It's on. You can find it on Spotify under Hot Tub and Mini Fridge. It's called Vince. The song is about Vince McMahon shitting on a woman's head. And you're just now figuring this out, Joe Rogan?
A loose testosterone HGH.
Okay, anyway, sorry.
So, but the branch is growing into my neighbor's yard. So, but the neighbors they own the house, but they're from up north. And so they only come down in the winter. It's like their, snowbird house. Yeah. So there's no one there. So, but I was like, well, I'll do
dude, you should break in that place. Fuck around in there.
I was like
young people would.
I'll do so I drove over there and I went to their Ring doorbell and I rang it and I thought they were going to talk to me like, hey, it's your neighbor. Can I go in your backyard to cut a tree down?
I'd like to go in your backyard and masturbate.
And so I rang the door. No one answered the ring. And then I was like, I'll just go to their backyard. So I went to go to their backyard, the side gate. And then I was like, I feel weird.
That's a step too far.
Going into their backyard. Now, you went a step too far, way more than me.
What did I do? What?
Cleaning out your neighbor's shit and putting it in your garage.
Oh, yeah, we didn't talk about that.
I did. That's farther than I went.
My neighbor left all of her shit on her, like the front, the stoop, I guess. The stoop?
Yeah.
Stoop.
Do they live there, or are they gone, too?
They live there. We think they could be dead inside. We don't know. Andrea's been ringing the doorbell for a week since we knew there was a storm, and they have a bunch of junk. Not junk. I mean, they got
patio
furniture. Shit. Plastic patio furniture. So yeah, I was like, it's the most Tom thing I've ever done. Instead of getting mad about it or ringing the doorbell, standing there ringing their doorbell for like a full hour, like doing something passive.
Don't say it's the most. I wouldn't have
No,
done
I just
this.
passively
I wouldn't
took
have moved this
everything
shit.
and brought it in my because I just brought it all in my garage. No big deal. And when the storm's over, I'll put it all back. No big deal.
Now that's way further
No
than
big
going in
deal.
my backyard because I'm cutting my
I don't want it to
tree.
fly through their windows. I don't want it to fly through my windows.
Yeah.
No big deal. It's the most no big deal thing I've ever done. I'm pretty proud of myself. I'm pretty proud of myself for being a good human being.
Now, what if they moved your stuff into the garage? Like
But here's the thing: if I left it out and there was a storm approaching and it was like plastic resin furniture, it's not like anything
I know.
fancy or anything. But my point is, I don't like people touching my stuff.
Yeah. That's
And the fact that I'm too aware they would never happen. What you're describing is it's not possible.
Well, what if you're like, the storm's going south, it's not going to be as bad, so I'm going to leave my shit out. I didn't take down my greenhouse.
Did you take down your Halloween decorations? What about Zombo?
Crystal did. I was going to leave it out there. I was like, fuck. That
I did say
plastic
to
zombie
Andrea,
is not
I
going
gotta
to do
leave
shit.
it out. I gotta leave it out.
Yeah.
Just to see where it goes. It's kind of fun to see where it goes.
I've got like 50 plants in pots that I left out. I left
the greenhouse is fine.
I don't know if it's going to be fine, but I'm like, I'm not taking this shit down.
I love it.
I put a bag of mulch on top of it.
That's fine.
And I was like, this probably won't do anything. But
that's what Scott did with his bees. He put a couple rocks on top of his beehive.
That's all you need to do.
It's just a couple rocks on the beehive.
So I did end up cutting it down, but I just put a 6-inch ladder or a 6-foot ladder over
6-inch ladder. Was that? Are you fucking? Are you calling me short? Are you calling me short?
I climbed into their backyard over my fence, and it felt less invasive than going through their door.
Have you? I don't know if you can look right now and look on your screen, but live from, I don't know where he is. I can't hear you, Tuds. We do have.
You hear me? Hello?
Oh, wow. Oh, live from the coast, we have first of the art team to check in on the Tom and Dan Hurricane Special. It is our good friend Patrick Fowler, a.k.a. Tuttle. How's it going, Tuds?
You guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It's perfect.
Now,
we needed wind.
Tell the listeners where you're at.
All right, Tuttle Cantori reporting live from Edgewater, Florida. This is one of the main beach areas where people like to come to. You can see right now how high the water already is. A lot of people thinking here in Volusia County, we won't get much of a storm surge, but when Milton kicks out on the backside of the state of Florida, we're supposed to get about a 5 to 6 foot storm surge here in Volusia County.
The chat room is on fire with love for the Tuttle Tracker team. Apparently, this is the weather info that our guys are wanting. They're calling him the Tuttle Tracker. They say he is the most accurate weatherman that he may even surpass Mike from Mike's weather page, Mike and the Monkey.
No, I'm never going to compete with Mike. My hair looks crazy. I'm sorry.
you look like a psycho, man.
Yeah, why are you wearing a polo?
Because I wanted to look professional. I didn't have any white gear to be able to come out here and look professional.
Tom and I got rough ass voices. We have our hairs all fucked up.
You look like you work for Metro PCS.
Actually, I do hire for Metro PCS if anybody's looking for a job.
Welcome to the Metro. Beep, beep.
I did not know that.
You didn't know he worked for Metro PCS? I'm going to have to cut that shit out now.
But as you can see right now, all the mangroves on the other side, we're looking like the fishing's going to be pretty good later on this afternoon. I'm going to do a little bit of clam diving later on this afternoon.
Come on. The damn storm's 100 miles away to the west of you. What about you're not going to get the shit bad till tomorrow morning, right?
You act like you know something about storms and stuff.
I'm looking at the goddamn radar. We all can look at it now. We see real-time radar.
I love the Tuttle's like, what the fuck do you know? He's like, fuck you.
Everybody in Florida has
You're like everybody. You're going to get people killed.
No one's listening to me.
He is going to get people killed.
No, we're doing the show for comedy.
He's reckless. He's reckless, and
He's being very reckless, and if any Tom and Dan BDMs die, We can blame this on Drunky the Bear.
You see how he snuck it in. He snuck it in at the
Here,
end.
do you want me to see if I can get some interviews here?
Yeah,
No,
are there
come
any
on.
hurricane whores around
stop.
you?
Drunky, why does Drunky, or Tom, sorry, Tom, why do you get so uncomfortable when I try to talk to people?
Wait
Well,
till-
because
wait
I
till
don't
we
want the
do-
man on the
I have
street.
this idea that I want to
People,
do.
leave people alone.
I have this idea for a live cam where it's you and Tuds in a hotel room for 24 hours, and you're in there
No,
the
I
whole.
will never do
Oh,
that.
yeah, it
I'll
would be
never
so
do that.
awesome.
Yes. Can we do that?
No,
24-hour challenge.
Yeah, no,
Hold
it's
on, I'm going to come up here. Hold on.
no.
I'm
Come
gonna
on,
see here.
don't
No.
bother people, Tuttle.
This motherfucker's going
people
for broke. He's
people
going for broke.
are handling their business.
You're gonna get shot.
I felt
Do
bad.
you know what time they're closing the beach here?
I thought it was already closed. I thought everything was closed today.
Yeah, because I'm out here reporting for a very popular podcast. Is this your
Interview
first
that
time?
guy.
come on.
Interview that guy.
Don't show
Who
us.
is that? Interview that old man.
I am, sir. And I hope you
Don't-
stay safe,
don't-
okay?
goddamn.
All right, see ya. He didn't.
Stay safe, old man.
He looked like he was reaching for a piece.
He did. He was reaching for
Yeah,
a gun.
quit fucking
Do you know
around,
what that
Tuttle.
looked like? That looked like.
I'm not the
Kevin,
sponge.
you know who that looked like? Wrestler superstar Billy Graham. And that motherfucker was unhinged. Dude,
Yeah, yeah.
superstar Billy Graham was unhinged. You almost got your head blown off.
Yeah, don't fuck
He
around.
was reaching for something.
Yeah.
Don't fuck around with people now, Tuttle, because everybody does. They put their gun in their fucking butt ass
Yeah.
and they go out in the storm. I don't know why.
Oh my God, we've got a couple comments from people saying that this is cringe. I think we're on the right track. I think we're on the right track.
It is. Oh, I'm sorry. How are you? Stay safe. Stay safe.
Oh my God, superstar Billy Graham almost blew your head off.
He did. He and I think his old lady on the other side.
It's
had
always the
cancer.
wife. It's
Mole
always the
removed
wife that
off her nose.
escalates it. Dude, it's always the wife that escalates it. You're sitting there, you're minding your business, you're talking to some nerd who's talking to his podcast friends. They start calling you an old man. They call you superstar Billy Graham. Then your wife's like, you got to take that shit. Then you grab your fucking gun out, right? Because you need to get your dick sucked.
Now,
I was gonna go to the bagel barn and get some interviews.
No,
Let's do it.
well, that's
Let's
not
do
our
it. Bagel
sponsor.
Barn,
No,
live
no,
from the
stop saying
barn.
that.
Live
Stop
from
saying
the
that.
barn.
I'm gonna go down to the boat ramp and interview commercial fishermen.
No.
Can I rejoin in about 5 minutes?
Yes,
Oh,
rejoin
no,
in 5.
Hold on, we got to call.
Okay.
We'll call you back in a minute, Tuttle.
No, Tom, you're never gonna call me back because you're uncomfortable.
No, I just wanted to check in and see how you're doing.
This is the greatest live broadcast we've ever done. It's the
All
greatest.
right, my phone's getting wet, and I don't
Okay.
have insurance.
Okay.
We'll talk to you in 10.
Don't you live in a manufactured home? don't you? Yeah, don't you have to
Yes, I
evacuate?
do. I got a big bag of chips from the
Oh my God,
Dollar
that's not
General
healthy.
Market.
That is not healthy.
That's your hurricane
That's
supplies.
Volusia County Strong. 100 bags of Cheetos.
You got one box
Of Cheetos.
of variety pack
Variety
Lays.
28. It's 28, okay? I get 28, and it's even got the Ruffles and the with the Ridges Smart Food.
That's all you got.
Smart food. That's the vegetables. Is the popcorn. All right, get out of here. I hung up on him.
Okay.
All right.
All right,
Oh
so
my God. Shit.
this
This is going better than I thought. This is good. Who are you calling now?
I'm gonna call Seth. He said
Holy shit.
his brother is helping him prepare.
Oh my God.
I was gonna ask him about his basement flooding.
All right, we're live. This is the Tom and Dan Hurricane Milton special. We're checking in with characters, people that we know and care about. Christine, I'm sorry, it's a bit cringe. It is a bit cringe. Yeah, Todd goes hard. He goes very hard. He's the most aggressive radio stuntman ever to ever do it.
I knew Seth wasn't gonna answer. This motherfucker.
He's got a baby. He's pussing out.
No. He said it. He's thinking I'm gonna call him with my phone.
Hey, what's up? It's Seth. Leave a message for me if you want to do kick punch. That's mean. I shouldn't have said that.
Hold on, let me call Tiffany.
We're gonna call Tiffany now.
And by the way, if you want to give us a call, let us know what's going on.
You can call us 1-844-TOMNDAN. Give us a call.
Hey.
The phone lines are open.
I'm gonna put you on hold. Hold on a second.
What line is she on?
Line one.
Line 1. Tiffany Martin, live from the coast. How you doing, my friend?
Oh, we're getting blown around out here.
Oh, I like that.
She's
She's a
doing
pro.
it.
She's doing exactly what Tuttle did.
No, we don't have to do that.
She picked up right where Tuttle left
We're
off.
not doing the sensationalism.
Tuttle was interviewing commercial fishermen. He's yelling and screaming. Then she picks it up. And she's like, "Oh wow, it's wild out there. My titties are getting blown around."
No, come on. We just wanted to check in with our friends.
She's
and
a pro.
So, Tiffany, how's it going over in Cocoa?
Cocoa Beach.
Yeah,
Not
she's
Cocoa.
correcting you, dum-dum. Yeah, they hate that. It's the
same
number
shit.
one thing that Cocoa and Cocoa Beach people
It's
hate.
two different towns. It's completely different.
Completely different,
That's
dude.
the same shit. If
No,
someone's like,
they
how's
got it.
it?
They have different mayors.
No, if
They
someone
have
says,
different mayors.
how's it going in Orlando? I'm going to be like, I'm not going to say, I live in Maitland, Castleberry. It's just the same shit.
You live in
Brevard
Castleberry.
County, Brevard.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've been my situation's a little weird because my in-laws are here from California.
Oh, yes.
So,
Oh, no. That's going to
That's
scare
a-
the shit out of them,
Well,
Tiff.
well, that's the best time to have visitors is during a hurricane.
No, this is going to scare the shit out of them. All my Virginia friends are my relatives are messaging me, and they're like, "You're dead, right?" They're like, "You're gone, right?"
No, well, who cares about them? It's Tiffany's has to now host a house guest. And it's going to be real good when the AC goes off. That's the best time.
And then you got to go to the bar to work.
Yeah.
And clean up, you know.
So
oh, jeez.
now I did see I saw yesterday they were interviewing some guy in, I don't know where the hell it was at. It was some bar that
Cocoa or Cocoa Beach, I'm sure.
No, this was inland, and it was some bar that has never closed. Like they've been.
Oh,
you saw
yes,
that guy,
I did
right?
see that guy,
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
that guy's like, "I've never closed."
He's like, we're the oyster pub, and
Yeah,
we've never
yeah.
fucking closed, and we never will,
Yeah.
and I'll fucking die on that hill.
And I'm like, that's a good gimmick.
Yeah.
So then I was about to text you, Tiffany, and say like, Salty Sisters never closes.
Yeah. If we close, I'll suck your dick.
No, come on.
Well,
So
that's when people talk about Waffle House. They're like, "Oh, Waffle House is closing. So we're all doomed." No, my sister's bar is kind of that vibe. My sister owns Slide in Cape Canaveral, and they've never closed in like any of the hurricanes. They're like, this is where we host the hurricane parties. And there's several bars around here that are kind of like that. We're not real. Salty Sisters is more a family restaurant,
Yeah.
so. We asked our staff, hey, do you want to open? If not, then we won't open. And they all wanted to work. We were actually like, okay, we have enough people. Like,
they
noticed.
wanted to work.
No, most staff are.
because-
Most staff are wanting to work because you think about it, they work for tips. I also like this from an owner standpoint because if the roof gets ripped off and they all die, you can blame it on them.
Hold on, I didn't even want to work today. I was about to text Daniel. I was like, we don't need to do this
Yeah,
shit.
fuck that.
Because yesterday I was like, let's do a hurricane show.
Yeah.
And, might as well. But then this morning I
Yeah.
woke up. I was like, I don't want to.
And
this
also,
is easy.
I mean, Real Radio
I'm
took
just
our
talking.
show. They took our show to do coverage, which, I mean,
No. Well,
It's a thing.
It's not. They didn't take. We just release our show. we do
but, I mean,
whatever we want.
yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
we're not going to put our foot down and be like, no, we're going to interrupt coverage for fart jokes.
I mean, I went to Play Space. I was going to open Play Space, and I went there, and I sat in the parking lot, and I was like, it was raining on me already, and I was like, how many kids are going to play right now? So
Yeah.
I put a post up, and I was like, it's going to be closed today. So
Yeah.
it sucks because, like, I was talking to my friends and family the other day, and I was like, the last hurricane that I was in was Charlie in 2004, and I was in college. So it was a completely different feeling. Our goal was we wanted it to hit a Category 5. I remember, like, come on, Category 5. And we wanted to, like, hang on a tree sideways to see if, like, you could do that. And stock
You're
up on
brave
alcohol.
for sharing this. You're very brave. This is the bravest woman in radio for sharing.
No, it was 20 years ago.
These are
when
real thoughts.
Tiffany was 19 years old.
She's like, come
Yeah.
on, Cat 5. I want to hang on a palm tree sideways.
And now I'm like, okay, now I have 2 businesses and 2 kids. So it's like a completely different vibe now. I'm like, we have a generator. So my husband lived in California until 2 years ago. So our house is completely boarded up. We have sandbags. Everything is boarded up. We're ready to go. And I'm the only one on our street. So it's like, I'm the only one on our street prepared for a hurricane. Like, none of my neighbors have sandbags. Nobody has anything. And I'm like, okay, maybe we probably overly prepared. I don't know.
Yeah,
no,
that's how
I
you
mean,
go,
it's
yeah.
not
He just wants to
overly.
get it right.
You
you know?
did.
You-
If I was your neighbor, I'd call you a nerd. So, like, I'd be like, look at those nerds.
He must be
What are you
from
doing over there?
California.
Yeah. Look at they put out the sandbags, nerds. And they drive by, and then forever, and then when it doesn't flood or they like it's not that bad, then I shame you for the rest of the year
Yeah.
for over preparing. But that's fine. So Tiffany, when do you think Salty Sister's going to open back up? Friday? What are we looking at?
I mean, it's really going to depend on the damage. That breezeway fills up completely with water in like a regular storm. So we're definitely going to experience flooding in our breezeway area, which is outside. I hope it doesn't come inside, but if it does, we've been saving up for new floors anyways. So we're kind of okay with that. We're definitely going to stay open today until probably 5. Because honestly, that's what my staff wants to do. It's not even really
Nice.
us that we were like, hey, do you guys want to open? I was like, Elise, do you even want to? It seems like more stressful to open, but they wanted to. So whenever they want to close, that's kind of what we're going to do. And then tomorrow we'll probably close. And I'm hoping Friday. I'm hoping everything's open by
Yeah,
Friday.
I think most people
It's
are
just
kind
gonna
of
depend on
shooting
the
for
aftermath.
a Friday resurgence, is what it seems like.
I thought Orlando was going to get hit worse than us, though. I thought you guys were going to be more screwed than us, but you're not feeling that, huh?
Well, it looks like it shifted a little south. I mean, obviously,
We haven't been paying attention to it, honestly. We're just kind of chilling here.
Well, I looked.
I'm joking.
It looked like it shifted south, and then which is good for the Tampa Bay people. But here's the thing: what's good for one person is bad for another. So it's it's horrible for
It's just gonna,
Sarasota and everybody south of Tampa.
It's going to fuck up the state.
And then now, south of Orlando, and Kissimmee and all everything, so and then it's so wide, we're all going to deal with it. So anyway, we're going to call some other people. Tiffany, good luck with everything. It's gonna be fine when there's no power and you're trying to clean up, and your mother-in-law's complaining about no AC.
Yeah.
It's too hot to sleep in here.
I look forward to hearing how that goes.
Hopefully they can get a flight out on Friday. So
No. There's no
it's gonna be a
flights.
white-
That's a Wednesday scenario.
All right, Tiffany.
We love you.
Good luck.
Be good. Hey, love to you and the family, okay?
Yes, you too.
All right.
Bye,
We'll
guys.
see you soon. Oh, I love that lady. By the way, I didn't want to freak you out. I have the beginning of the show is recorded. It's just not on that thing. I didn't want you to look at that and think like, oh, my God, this is bad.
No, I don't forget.
I know you don't. Hey, so who we're going to talk to now? I have Zoom back up for Tuttle in case he wants to pop back in because I think he was going to. Wasn't he going to fight a fisherman? Or he's going to do some real...
What does he think he has to do?
The Jack Doherty, that guy from X, he can do the angry influencer type shit.
All right, EJ's on.
EJ, what's going on, my man?
Nothing much. What's going on with you guys?
Live from the Pokemon Go gym of his choice. It is our very good friend, the host of Nerd Jock, EJ. How's the family? Everybody good?
Yeah. Kids are playing Super Smash Brothers. My daughter's playing by herself with 4 controllers, and my son's watching YouTube.
Nice.
Yeah, that's how I left this morning. It's just
a lot of screens.
YouTube.
All the screens.
Yesterday,
you could make an argument that the power going out, for Grit, it does take away the screen.
Yeah, but then that's when you have to start being entertaining them.
Referee the fights and everything.
Because YouTube is so good at entertaining them that then when it stops,
I don't even know what they're watching.
Yeah.
But I know they're watching it.
It's like
it's like me in porno.
It's like all of a sudden the audience, like a Cirque du Soleil show, stopped midway, and then all of a sudden I'm on stage, and then the audience is like, "All right, do what they do."
Start rolling around.
Entertain us, clown. But I also use the hurricane as an excuse to be like, all right, the screen time limits, because this is an emergency scenario. Just let them flow.
Yeah. And then you
let
take
the internet flow.
No, you take the time as a parent, like I did, to be a hero, right? So you walk in, and you're like, hey, I know there's a hurricane going on, but I'm just going to tell you something. Just like the tolls, unlimited screen.
yeah,
You can do as much as you want. Well, thank you, Daddy. Oh, I love you. You're the best daddy. I know I am.
And then you have to do nothing. You don't even have to feed them because they're so addicted to it.
They get their own food.
They'll sit there and watch that starve. They love it so much.
Mail just walk down the stairs with it and then just go wander and eat some junk food. It's just completely.
Yeah, my
fine.
daughter hasn't even touched her Cinesticks yet.
There you go.
So-
Cinesticks. She's training, obviously.
So EJ, they had an alert go out this morning that Seminole County had a mandatory evacuation for anybody special needs, and me and Daniel immediately text each other. Oh, EJ needs to evacuate.
I texted him. I said, you can stay here. He said, you motherfucker. He texted me back, you motherfucker.
Just to know that it's beyond the show. It's what me and Daniel like to do.
I wasn't going to share that, but I'm glad you pulled the curtain back a little bit. I was sitting having coffee with my family, right?
Yeah.
I'm having a loving moment, like Maisie's asking about the storm, we're catching her up. And while I was having coffee with my family, I'm texting EJ that he has special needs and has to evacuate Seminole County. I'm glad you reminded me.
So did you bring in all your junk from outside?
Yeah, all the stuff that I have is in the pool. For the patio stuff's in the pool. We've made room in the garage so my wife could put her new car in there.
Nice.
Yeah, so.
Is that what you're supposed to do? Like, I remember seeing people do that where you take your patio furniture and you put it in your pool. And then I'm kind of like, isn't that like a lazy man's? I feel like that's like you're just ruining your furniture. It's not meant to be submerged.
The real lazy man is me, which I did nothing. I was like, because I'm watching the radar, and I'm like, well, in Maitland, it doesn't seem like it's patio furniture going to be rocketed anywhere, so I'm leaving it.
Yeah. The houses are very tight.
Yeah.
They're very, very close together.
Well, I'm just like...
Well, I have a corner lot. The only problem is that's my problem. I'm on the corner, so yeah. Because remember all those kids used to watch us swim till I got a fence?
Yeah.
I got to be careful about that.
Do you ever miss the kids watching you swim?
No. Okay. I like sit in my hot tub and be left alone.
Just a question. I'm sure there are some men that, they're like, damn, the kids are gone.
So, EJ, did you have to go back to work on Friday, or are you done for the weekend?
It's up in the air. I have off Wednesday and Thursday, but my wife is working right now. She's at Disney. They're taking out most of the decorations that they put up that they can that are like not totally secure.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Take all that down?
I forgot that she did that every year. Or she puts them out there. So they called everybody to take them back down.
Oh, yeah. She went in at 4 a.m. this morning to start doing stuff.
Oh, that's a pain in the ass.
But is that good money? Like, to do, is that time and a half?
Usually, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I would say, yeah.
And then she's got to go put them back up, on Friday?
Yeah. She'll have to put everything back up probably Friday, yeah.
God.
I can never do that job.
To me, I just leave it.
I just leave it, let it get blown around. You're a billion-dollar company. Just let it get blown away.
Hey, how about you just call me back Friday? I'll pick it up off the floor, put it back. Do we have to put it back inside?
Don't you guys have a dome? You're billionaires. Don't you have something you can do to stop the storm?
Can you just zip tie it down?
Yeah.
Zip tie will hold it.
Well, they don't want a Jack Skeleton impaled on the Epcot ball.
No, it's not going to.
I kind of want, is the Epcot ball designed to not get fucked up?
Yeah.
I kind of like for it to get fucked up. I'm not a Disney hater either, but I kind of like for it to get fucked up.
Although they did build it in the 70s, which they're like, it's so cold outside. We'll be fine.
Definitely not at the hurricane coast.
Sure. The Gulf of Mexico will never reach 101 degrees.
I guarantee it.
Why did he put out a cigarette?
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say goodbye.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, me too.
Oh, I thought it's entertaining as tunnel.
No, you're pretty boring. You really are. You're not attacking any fishermen. You're not yelling at an old man.
Yeah. You know,
F-150.
We started with the best.
We did. We gave you
the wrong order once again.
No, we literally gave you adrenaline and titties right up front, and then we give you. And then what do? We give this guy.
Or maybe that's better.
You just call me special needs, and then you're going to hang up on me.
That's all we had written down.
I hung up on him.
I said, call EJ, special special needs joke. Not much else to say.
Hang up. Okay.
Well, that's the thing. Is like we call, and this is basically, our show is not any information based show.
No. No.
And I'm sure everybody's doing the same thing where you have a radar app and then you
just look at it.
You have all the news and stuff. Like, you know where to go for information. We're just fucking.
Well, your
around
phone now will tell you to evacuate, which is actually, I would argue, maybe one of the best features of your phone, right? No, I'm serious. Like, imagine a time. I mean, that's what killed all those people back in the day. We learned about this because of Flagler College and me going there. But that really bad hurricane that hit the coast there in the St. Augustine area with the Rockefellers and everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, there was no way of knowing how bad the storm was. So, like, you got nothing. You literally just got hit and you died. But this,
well, now the information that we have nowadays is so much better. Like,
but
even 20 years ago in Charlie,
you could literally be oblivious. Let's say. And you could be driving somewhere, I don't know, you're breaking up with your wife or something and your mind's not on things. And you get a text message saying, hey, if you live in Seminole County and you live in a mobile home, you gotta go to a shelter. That's insane to me that we have the capability to do that. So.
Well, I mean, even it's based on, of course, Hurricane Andrew in the 90s.
Yeah.
The only information was on the news, and that was it. That's where you got it. And then that's it. And a lot of people didn't know the severity. I mean, shit, my dad didn't. That's why he died.
Right.
But it's then, even in Charlie 20 years ago, we talked about this, the information. We didn't all have smartphones back then. Like you were talking about, I remember having a BlackBerry,
yeah.
I had a regular flip phone in Charlie. I had the radio station flip phone.
Yeah.
I didn't even have my own cell phone back then. So let's call up.
Who you want to call up now?
Let's call up Seth. He told me to call him back.
Oh, okay. I mean,
because his basement floods.
He's got to be a little nervous. I would imagine with the new baby. I remember the first hurricane I had with Maisie. Even though the hurricane was not a big deal, I was extra nervous. That's me. That's my anxiety. That's kind of how I run. But yeah, I remember for the first time with a kid, it was a little bit of a different scenario because it was the first time
hold on one second.
that I was ever in charge of somebody other than me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm not in charge of Andrea. Certainly not. If anything, she's in charge of me.
Yeah,
but, with a kid, I don't know. It's a different way to hang your hat. All right. Mr. Seth, how you doing, buddy?
God, it's horrible here, guys.
Oh, he's doing it too. I love it. Tiffany did the same thing. I love it.
Oh, damn it, really?
Yeah, everybody's doing well.
No, I know nothing's happening right now.
It's going to happen tonight. It's going to happen.
It's sprinkling on me and my brother and Daichi's head as we're trying to put this, as Daichi put it, with a meathead sandbags out to stop the water flow from getting in my house.
So now, let me ask you about this, Seth, because we've talked to you in the past, and your basement is flooded now, and the water comes through the walls, right?
Yeah,
it's not
a horror movie.
It's not coming through so there's nothing you could do with sandbags. It just seeps through the walls.
Yeah, it seeps through the wall. It's it pees through the walls. There's about 100 people peeing in my basement at the same time.
That's terrifying. You should put that in the listing.
I have a quote for a company to remedy it, but I just didn't want to spend the money until I.
How much is it? Could you tell us how much?
How much? I'm sorry.
How much? Could you tell us how much it would cost?
Oh yeah, it's about 13 to 14K.
Oh yeah. Just try to get it sold.
In the grand scheme of things, it's really not that bad considering if I get the thing, I have a whole quote in front. So anytime that people look at my house, I show them or the realtor shows them the quote and be like, "This is what it costs." He'll either do it before or take the price off the house. Blah, blah, blah.
Gotcha.
Oh, that'll help the sale. Wait, I walk inside like, "Oh, beautiful! Here, this is a $14,000 quote of the basement flooding."
Yeah. So just understand that when you buy this, it comes with a $14,000. We'll get rid of the 100 people peeing in your basement.
It's a credit.
It's a credit.
By the way, this just happened 3 weeks ago, and it probably will happen again next year. Would you like to purchase?
So everybody good? The girls are good?
Yeah, the girls are good. They're inside just chilling out. I woke my brother up early because he's renting a house, so he doesn't care what happens to his house. So I got him over here to help me in my house because I'm all that matters. So and Daichi's out of his place too, helping me do stuff. We got 3 sub pumps set up around the house because, in the back area of my house, the garage tends to get a little water, so I got pumps going out to the front street area. Maybe, I don't know if that's illegal or not, but it's going to happen, whatever.
I like it when you put them down your toilet. That's
the toilet pump was the best one, yeah.
Yeah, I have it. So there's a shower in the little workroom here, and that's how I emptied the pool. I stuck it in this drain in the shower, just emptied half the pool.
you emptied your shower into your toilet drain?
Yeah.
I like you're flooding someone down the
It's unbelievable.
I got a note from OUC saying, notice that you use more water than normal for the bathroom.
Yeah.
You have to pay for your sewage.
We notice every one of your showers is 40,000 gallons.
Like, I think that when you live in Orlando, you pay for the sewage water, not you like.
Right.
The bill was only about $800 last month.
Oh my God.
So what about your new lake house?
Yeah.
Is Conway gonna? What if that floods?
What if it floats away?
Well, I don't know. I'm going over there next after this. I was going to head over there, but I talked to the neighbors, and he's like, look, I've only seen it breach the beach once.
Yeah, but that's what everybody's saying, and then they just float away. They're like, we've never seen this before. The Brazilians are over there lighting their cigars with your money.
No, I hope the Brazilians get floated away, but I want to make sure I'm good.
Did it once 20 years ago, and it seems like they say the saying is a 20-year storm.
They say it's a 20-year cycle that only happens every 20 years.
But the thing is, in the lake house, there's 2 seawalls. So there's a seawall that goes to the beach, and then there's another seawall that goes up to the main house and grass area.
Okay.
So it has to breach 2 seawalls.
Will it destroy your beach? Because I know that you love that.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. So this morning I was Googling how much beach sand costs.
Yeah. It's the first thing I thought of with your house is I was like, every time we talk about this, I've never seen it, but every time you talk about it, you talk about the beach. And I was like, I think that's the part that's going to get destroyed.
I think all.
I'm sorry, man.
The main part that I like.
I'm sorry. That sucks. You'll get it back.
Maybe,
You'll get it back.
And maybe it won't.
I went yesterday, and he was putting the gutters and soffits in, so he's like, yeah, we'll be done today. I'm like, perfect, just in time for tomorrow. He literally just got finished, so hopefully that doesn't blow away too.
Well, you know what? I mean, it does no good to think about the worst case scenario. Like, all you could do is it's out of everybody's hands now.
True.
So it's like as long as you prepared, then it's like you just have to wait, and that's what everybody's doing right now, and that's kind of why we're doing the show today.
It's the shitty part of
because everybody's in the same scenario. We just
Well, obviously you guys are already prepared since you're just goofing off, having a good time.
No.
We're
just choosing to goof off.
I haven't even drained my pool yet. I gotta leave here, and then also I got a house full of birds and cats and dogs that they're all screaming.
And I live in a townhome. You know this area, so like I'm pretty much like, what am I gonna do, Seth? I mean, like,
Daniel's good because you have what do you have? 3 floors in here?
I got 4 floors. So I mean,
Daniel lives
you guys can all be perched up at the 4th floor.
I live in an apartment. It's fine.
Well, it's also there's the old military base, so it's like Daniel said, you don't have to do shit. That's.
I do think we're going to lose power this time, though. I do think it. Because there's just too many trees.
The main thing I'm worried about is the power, because when the power shuts off, then my pumps stop working.
And we all know we're going to lose it. That's the shitty. I think that's the part that we all hate right now. That's why you start drinking early, or like you start like fucking around, because you're like,
I will.
I hated myself, but I went and bought a generator because I didn't want to spend the money on it. Because I'm like, it's fine, I'll be out of here soon. But then I went and bought a generator, so I have that in the garage.
Nice.
Ready to go.
You're good.
In case.
I will give a warning out that happened to me last storm, and Crystal reminded me of this. I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Last storm, I thought I was totally prepared. I was draining the pool, and that's when I burned out my pool pump by accident because I took off the drain hose, and then I ran it dry because I forgot.
I remember that.
And then it ended up being like 1 in the morning, and I started drinking too early.
Yes.
And by 1 in the morning, me and Crystal could barely walk. And then she's like, I can't help anymore. And then I was like, oh. And then I realized, I've gotten way too drunk, and now I
can't do anything.
I'm up on my roof. I'm like, I'm going to fall off.
I'm a liability.
Yeah. If like my family did need me to help them, I'm
useless.
I am blacked out drunk.
Yeah.
And so just a word of warning out there to everybody, like, maybe take it easy a little bit.
Take it easy.
Because if you get too drunk, you cannot do anything.
No.
Like, you cannot get on a ladder.
No, you'll end up being like, if your family needs to move you, then they're going to carry some fat drunk man through put him in the car.
I'm way too anxious to have any drinks right now.
No, I got you. I got you.
Come on.
Go take some mushrooms.
Drinks. That's the whole point.
I need to make sure I fit my workout in today, too.
Do storms make you horny at all? I get horny.
Not horny, no.
I get horny during the storm. All night. Like last night, we put Maisie to bed. I logged the door. I said, we got to get out of it now. We got to lock the door.
Hey,
the storm makes
if
me
you
horny.
guys know this, quick question. So if my generator, if I keep it in the garage, no one's in the garage, I put the garage down to the power.
You don't do that.
No, listen, no one's in there, but Daichi's above. Will it steep in the
Yes,
above?
absolutely it will. There are multiple cases of people that keep their generator in a garage, and then it even seeps into the house. You don't do that.
Listen,
well, Daichi's not around. He didn't hear that.
I'm no scientist. Do whatever whatever you think
Tom is a bit more American than me. He's like, do whatever the fuck you want.
It's a free goddamn country.
Yeah. I'm a little more Canadian. I get some guidelines.
I was going to suggest to Tiffany. I was like, this is a perfect marketing opportunity for Tiffany and the other salty sister to get out with an American flag and some bikinis on. and
I'm all about that.
And put that out to the world because the entire country watches the footage of what's happening in Florida.
No BS.
And that remember
Tiffany's sisters dropped dead gorgeous, so no BS. That would work.
Yeah, Tiffany or the salty sisters, and they're out there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that shit would get you national. CNN will show you that shit.
If Seth stood in the storm with his dong out with a big Japanese flag, he would get more.
Not as much.
I'd probably get some people to cancel their.
Japanese flag. Actually, Daichi might. You have a Japanese flag, don't you? Daichi has a Japanese flag in his room, in his house.
No,
my dojo
no. The Floridians don't like that.
This is a great idea. Stand in front of your dojo naked with a Japanese flag.
No, that's not. It has to be an American flag or a Florida flag. Anyway, all right, Seth. Well, good luck with everything, and hopefully your basement doesn't flood too bad. And we'll talk to you again. Maybe you'll check in on Friday.
Love to Daichi and to your brother and to the girls, and take care of yourself. Okay.
Thank you, guys. You too.
All right, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks.
All right.
Check in our richest listener. We got to check back in with Tuttle.
Yeah. He said he's at a different location.
Oh, message him and tell him to buzz me.
Okay.
I don't think I can do it. Yeah, just shoot him a text and say,
I'm gonna say come back on.
Yeah, come back on. Because we got to get another. We got to see what's going on out there.
So I did text a couple Tampa friends, but they didn't text me back.
They're
sure
dead. That's because they're dead. They're
literally preparing as much as they can, and I imagine a lot of people that had to evacuate because the storm surges. No matter what, even if it is a little less worse than it was planned on being, it's still going to be bad.
I'm not even texting Andrea's dad to ask what he thinks is going to happen to his house for the second time. I haven't even breached that conversation.
The psychology, it's interesting because when a storm goes from a 5 to like a 4 to maybe like a strong 3, the psychology is like, it's getting worse. But if it went from a 1 to a 3,
then
everybody'd be more nervous.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
I am nervous. I always look at it like that.
So it depends on, it is psychological that way, where if it ramped up, people would be more concerned than if it's, but it still ends at a strong 3, landing maybe even a 4, and then obviously going through the state. So it is interesting how if it depends on if it's ramping down or ramping up. People are like, it's less than I thought. Like I could be cool now. Where it's like, still just as
I've never done that though.
Just as bad.
Like it's almost like once it reaches the 5, I'm like, that's all I needed to know.
Yeah. Which does, I guess, cause people to prepare and not. You saw that one guy in Tampa, that sailboat bum with one leg?
No. Tell me about it.
The news media was focusing on that guy because, there's always some guy that's like, I'm not leaving.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's mental illness, right?
So he was on a tiny sailboat and he had some tires as some bumpers. So, he's docked and he's like, the news was interviewing him. He had one leg and he's like, this is my house. If I lose this, he's like, so my sailboat, sinks. I can swim. I'll be fine. And then the cops come. They're like, you have to get out of here.
Yeah.
And he's like, I know where to go. I'm not leaving. And the cop's like, well, we'll come back and arrest you tomorrow if you don't leave. Which I didn't like. I was like, I think everybody should have the right.
Yeah,
although
I am
you
a big believer in that.
But the problem is if you
this also spirals into me thinking athletes should be able to take performance enhancing drugs.
But the problem is then you could put rescuers in danger if you put yourself you don't know how bad you're talking about a 10-foot storm surge.
Yeah,
it's going to kill you if you're staying on your boat here.
We have a caller on line 1 and also Tuttle in your bottom left hand corner. Caller, what's your name?
What's up, guys? It's Eric out in Tampa.
Hey, what's up, Eric?
What's up? We do have Tuds. Can you chill out with us for a little bit, Tuds?
Yeah, I can hear you. I was about to go smoke some weed with my neighbor.
Okay, go smoke weed. Go smoke weed. We'll keep you on camera so people
I'll
can watch.
Stay on the line.
Yeah, people will watch you smoke weed.
So, Eric, BDM Eric from Tampa. How are you doing, Eric?
Doing well, man. Just, we're hunkering down and just waiting for the shit to hit the fan here.
Yeah.
Now,
it's coming.
Are you inland enough you don't have to deal with the storm surge?
Yeah, we're not in any evacuation zones or anything like that. We're in the Apollo Beach area, pretty inland though. So Tampa Bay, Sarasota, they're gonna get hit pretty hard with the surge.
Yeah, I saw that. How have you driven around recently? Is everybody obviously a storm just came through, so with Helene, so everybody's. I see and we talked to Mike from Mike's weather page. Everybody still has giant piles of debris from cleaning out their house, and it's just lining the streets. And I was like, God damn, it sucks. And they were interviewing a person that just had their house destroyed by the first storm surge from Helene, and then I was like, I feel so fucking bad for someone that has to go through it twice back to back. Although the silver lining is at least you didn't rebuild everything and then it fucked it up again. So it's like your house is cleaned out. It's
rather take it sooner than later. I think.
I'm
with you.
It's pretty bad. We're kind of going out and giving people quotes after that storm, and you go to these neighborhoods and call Dallas back at the office. It's pretty shitty out here. You can't even get through the streets because the damn trash is, truck high.
Yeah.
So you feel bad for them. I have a couple of buddies that are out going on their own into their communities, just helping the elderly people in mobile home parks, try to clear up some stuff to prevent it from flying around, because at first we were supposed to get a direct hit. Now it's gone a little bit south of us, but still, those areas are going to get impacted pretty bad.
Yeah, no, I feel horrible for them. And it's like, and again, we did the show checking in on people, trying to be lighthearted as much as we can. It's serious, we know that. And our jokes don't mean that me and Daniel don't take it seriously.
My God.
It's just,
This storm is scary to me.
We get it.
Yeah.
Dallas and I were driving around and, went to my buddy's liquor store last night, and everybody's just person after person just buying alcohol as much as they can. So everybody's hunkering down over here, just doing what we can. Like Dan said, we're probably going to lose power. When and for how long? Well, I don't know. We actually drove down to Miami to buy a huge ass generator just to keep our office operating and our house going. So
that's the next thing I want. I want one of those Anchor batteries that I can plug into my house.
Oh, yeah.
And then I can run my house for 5 days just off this giant mega battery, but I can't afford one now.
But you can run a lot of shit off your Tesla. It's a giant battery, no?
Ford is the one that kind of did that backwards compatible, the ability to charge things off the car. My car, I could sleep in it. I got AC. I can charge phones and stuff like that. That's about all I get.
Okay.
They should add that to my car where I could
run
plug
some
it in
outlet.
and run it as a battery. But you can't.
Yeah, I know. As soon as we bought this house, we talked about it every year. We're gonna buy a generator. We should have one, And every year we don't do it. And then when the storms come, we're like, shit, we don't have a generator.
Yeah.
So you're scrambling to get one.
No, but it's so expensive, and it really is an expensive thing to maybe.
Yeah, it is a luxury. It's a luxury.
Yeah.
Although
especially one big enough to power AC, because that's what you don't want to lose. You do not want to lose your AC.
No, that's really the only thing you need.
Yeah,
and exactly. That's what I told Dallas. I was like, I'll sit in the dark as long as my AC's running.
Yeah. And then your refrigerators and your freezers. That's what, like, I don't want to clean out all that shit when it melts, throw away everything. All the stuff we're never going to eat anyway.
I got to do it to the one here.
I like being worried about stuff in my freezer that I'll never eat in 10 years anyway. It's just all still hoarded.
I told Andrew that. I'm like, look at all this garbage. It's all garbage.
It's frozen garbage.
Yeah, it's frozen garbage. It's hoarding. It's hoarding.
Why,
it's frozen hoarding.
Yeah, why am I worried about frozen garbage? That I'll never, that I never, and then I'm like, what do I eat?
I think Tuttle's arguing with his neighbor.
Okay,
Eric, we may need to go because I think Tuttle's having a fight.
All right, take care, guys.
He's smoking a blunt on. Okay, see you, man.
Good luck.
Live from his neighbor's porch. Are you fighting with your neighbor? Are you arguing?
No. He had to go cut the end off of because the joint wasn't like pulling too well. So.
You can't even show that.
They've literally been there the whole time.
Well, it's too early, Tuttle.
Tuts, what are you doing? Are you growing your hair out?
I'm not drinking. I'm here. Hey, Tom, you would like this. Look at this badass four-wheeler.
Oh, dude, get naked and drive that around in the storm. Ride that naked around the trailer park in the storm.
I mean, it's pretty badass, though.
Who's your neighbor? Can we talk to him? Can we say hi to him?
Yeah. Hey, hold on. I'm gonna.
I don't want to
do a new one. Hello to them real quick. Hold on.
What's up? How you doing?
Hey.
What's up, dude?
Yeah, we're just hanging out here.
Just a couple of dudes.
Have my truck in case I need to.
Couple of dudes hanging out a hurricane.
Pull the trailer out to get the four-wheeler going.
Just a couple of dudes smoking weed in a hurricane. What gives?
Next to my four-wheeler.
Yeah, hey, look, he was smoking weed next to my fucking four-wheeler. Put a cocks together.
Now, Tuttle, what about?
I had this girl that I've been talking to at the
Hey, hurricane! You get some hurricane.
Bulgarian, and I thought a Bulgarian's first hurricane would be interesting stuff.
Oh yeah, you could ramp it up and make her really scared, and then protect her.
I left my French bread pizza in the oven when Tom had called me to see if I could be on. I left and burned up my French bread pizza.
Is it Stouffer's? You got Stouffer? You running the Stouffer's?
No.
Yeah, I got a Stouffer. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
It was a Stouffer.
Stouffer's French bread. It still fucking slaps, dude. The Stouffer's French bread still
nothing like a Stouffer's French bread for breakfast.
So I go over and smoke
nice
weed.
Crunchy.
I went over and I smoked weed with Harold next to his four-wheeler, and then I had a Stouffer's French bread, and I got a Bulgarian coming over later to suck my dick.
Don't act like you're not jealous.
I am a little jealous. Yeah, I'm not going to get my dick sucked today.
I'll be eating French bread next to my neighbor smoking weed. I got to go back and fucking clean out around my mother-in-law's house and with a bird scream in my ears.
You get no French bread. You get no blowjob from a Bulgarian.
They feel the goddamn storm coming, and it causes them to scream. They're like, we're supposed to fly away, you idiot.
You know what I heard?
We're in the cage.
I heard the pressure.
Yeah,
I read this. No, but I heard the pressure in the storm. It actually makes their bones hurt, and that's why they scream. It's like they're being tortured by weather.
Yeah. Then we got to bring the dog over. Crystal's like, the dog's going to be scared, so we're going to bring it over our house.
You don't have a dog?
No, the dog at Crystal's mom's house.
Daisy dog. Yeah, Daisy dog.
Crystal's sister's dog. So Daisy's going to be over there, and just loud pants the whole time. She drives me crazy. Even loud.
Because it's nervous.
Yeah. It's like, God damn.
It's
like yeah. So I'm like, leave it at its house.
Brunswick stew.
For the Bulgarian? Are you making it for your girlfriend?
I thought that Brunswick stew would be great. It's really great. I don't know if cream corn is a very sexy meal in a crock pot.
No.
Nothing like some hot Brunswick farts with no AC on it.
You're pumping some Bulgarian while she's farting out your stew. You're like, every time I pump this this Bulgarian, every time I pump her, she farts out my stew.
So tell me, do you have to do anything to prepare? Because if that storm surge comes back around, which they're predicting it will,
they're
north of Melbourne.
They're predicting a front to back.
So what do you have to do? Do you have to prepare for any flooding, or you're good?
I'm up on a hill, and plus the manufacturer home, whoever did this jacked it up pretty high. So, besides the random possums and raccoons that get underneath the trailer, I'm glad that he jacked it up there. So I don't think that we will really have to worry about too much flooding.
Now, the manufactured home
might kill the raccoon.
They have told people to evacuate here in Seminole County, manufactured homes and like mobile homes.
Yes, if you're handicapable.
Yeah. So
they've asked you to get to higher ground.
So you're not worried about your manufactured home blowing down?
No, my dad would roll over in his urn if he knew that I left.
That man never left a fucking trailer. That man never left a trailer.
Yeah.
Did your dad ride out every hurricane in a manufactured home?
Yeah, Hurricane Charlie was the strongest one. He also rode out the storm of the century in 93, 94 out there. It blew the covering off of our in-ground pool. Crazy thing is, we had an in-ground pool, but we lived in a double wide.
Well, it's a priority. It's a priority.
That is it's rare these days. You see an in-ground double-wide pool.
Yeah. It was a luxury. It's like, we lived in a shit shack and my dad had a Lincoln,
His neighbors kept bringing soft-shell turtles and throwing them into the pool. And every Christmas, we'd go out there and catch one of the soft shells.
With a fishing pole?
Yeah, fishing pole in the pool. And we had goldfish that were about 3 feet long.
Rednecks will grow some goldfish. They get them at the fucking Kmart. My dad grew a goldfish to be about like that.
Yeah, they'll get big.
Yeah, but rednecks will buy a goldfish for their kid at a Kmart, and then they'll put it in a pond, and that motherfucker will get as big as a goddamn barracuda.
They'll get as big as their wherever they're at.
Their surroundings.
Yeah. All right, Tuttle. I think
we love you, buddy. Be safe.
Right.
I think we're good now.
Yeah.
Sorry, I ruined your.
That's Tom saying he thinks we did our obligation.
We talked some shit. We talked to some people. Everybody's doing the same thing. We're all just waiting for a storm.
Yeah. It's going to be like late tonight. But we hope that you're safe.
I'm gonna eat the fuck out of this burnt French bread pizza.
All right. And is the Bulgarian? What's her name?
Maya.
Don't say people's real names.
Oh, sorry. I take it too real sometimes. Yeah.
All right, Tuttle.
Okay.
I hope you get a blowjob, buddy.
Going to Tom Van, real name.
I hope you get a blowjob. You're right. Tom is weak now. He doesn't like to do it. He's like, don't tell people's real names. No stunts.
No, I'm just trying to protect the innocent here.
The guy that used to live in Heroin Alley.
All right. Okay. All right, Tuttle.
Bye, guys.
We love you, buddy.
Be safe.
Good. All right. There he is. There's Tuttle from the double wide. Okay, we did our obligation.
Yeah. We talked to some friends.
We did.
It is what it is. Everybody is basically doing the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the anticipation of waiting, and we all know it's going to be bad, right? So all you can do now is to be smart and safe and just take care of your loved ones.
Yeah, just sit in your house and wait till the storm passes.
Yep.
And
if you need anything, though, I mean, true. Like if you do have issues or whatever, the BDM page
for clean up. Like if a tree falls and you can't leave your house or whatever, I'm sure there'll be BDMs.
Yep.
That if they are done dealing with their cleanup, they'll go help you. Everybody, lots of people have changed. Although I will tell you now, you see neighbors helping neighbors. It happens every year in storms. Floridians are good about that. Like I was just walking Daisy yesterday, and all my neighbors were out asking if anybody needed help. Like that was the number one thing. Everybody in my neighborhood just asked each other if they needed help, and it's cool to see.
I love that. Yeah.
And so it's like,
because that's the real.
That is the real.
Don't get caught up with watch the news.
Yeah.
So this is what we
neighbors
say.
Like the Trump sign neighbors are asking the Harris sign neighbors. It's not political anymore.
Doesn't fucking matter.
Because and then you see it's like, we're all human beings. We're all in it together. We're all going to help each other through this shit. If people need help, your neighbors will help you. And I really do believe that.
Yeah, well, it's real. Like, don't get caught up in the politicization of everything. Just. Watch Mike from Mike's weather page and then talk to your neighbors and you'll be fine.
Yeah. And so BDMs, we hope everybody and all the listeners are safe out there.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us for a little bit. It made me feel better.
No reason to take chances, and that's, I'll say just be cognizant of what's going on.
Yeah,
and
we'll leave you with what we said during the beginning of the pandemic, which is be safe out there. Right?
Yeah, and I hope there's not much damage at your house, and you guys get electricity back as ASAP. But like we said, we're all just going to wait and see.
Yep.
Me and Daniel plan on doing a show on Friday.
Yes.
As long as Baldwin has power, which I think it will.
I'm assuming this. Okay, now I've lost a little bit of power more than the studio. The studio, as far as I know, other than maybe one time on the air, but we broadcast in here all the time. We've never lost power here, so we should have power.
Yeah, so we'll be back live on Twitch, live on YouTube. We'll put out the podcast on Friday. Ross is going to come in.
Yep.
We'll talk about the aftermath of the storm, and if anything, stories happened, we'll talk to our friends again.
Email us if you need us, show@tomandan.com. And guys, stay safe out there. We love you, and we'll see you soon.
Good luck.